Hello, good morning. So, in the last video, I've, I've taught trigonometry. It was a very important chapter. I hope all of you have done the assignment. So, now we are familiar with trigonometry because no query, no doubts have been come. That is why it is understood that you are familiar with the trigonometry. Thank you. Now we will move forward to a new chapter called heat and temperature. Now this is also a very important subject. Why? Because the knowledge of heat and temperature is necessary for a fitter student. Now, if I ask you what is heat and what is temperature, everybody practically you might have experienced the heat and the shaka. Temperature means busy. Two different things. It is not same. Heat means it's a form of energy. Temperature means it is the measurement. Temperature means it is the measurement. Whether it is hot or cold, we can measure and see the temperature. That only by touching or by using thermometer we can measure that. Heat, to raise the temperature, what you need? You need heat. That is why I am telling heat is a form of energy. The energy can be transferred from one form to another form. Heat can be transferred into electrical can be transferred into heat. So that's a different thing. That is law of conservation of energy. Now here what I am talking is, heat means it is a form of energy. Temperature means a degree of hotness or coldness. We will see further when you go into the subject, we will come clearly about this. Next, heat is a form of energy. Heat energy can be transferred to the other form of energies that flows from hotter body to the colder body. So heat is always transferring from the hotter body to the colder body, not from the cold to the hot. Next, effects of heat. The text, if you read carefully along with me, change in temperature takes place because of heat. Change in size. When you heat, the job component gets expanded because molecule distance gets increased, so that gets expanded. So because of that, lot of things we do in practically. We are doing a lot of things in practically because of increase. Bullock cart wheel. That actually wheel is out of wood, is it not? But outside shell is of steel. The shell. How? No screws. They first heat that get expanded, then the cart, keep it inside the cart will be kept inside and it will be cooled. It will shrink. Tightly it grips the wheel. Very simple. Change in size. Change in state. Ice becomes water. When you supply heat, the ice cube melts. What happens? From the solid state, the ice turns into liquid state. Further you heat, what happens? It goes to steam. Water will go to steam. Change of state from liquid to gas. Change in structure. Now this is a bit, lot of knowledge is necessary. In second year we are learning more clearly about this. But now I will tell you, structure means what? The formation inside the metal. Formation. It may be ferrite, may be peelite, it may be cementite. Structure. How the molecules are arranged inside the metal is called structure. We call it as structure. Next, that structure will change. When you supply heat, structure will change. You will understand this when I explain the metallurgy. In heat treatment process, I will explain again. This cementite structure will turn into austenite when it is heated above 900 degrees centigrade. When it comes to 900 centigrade, the cementite structure which was there in the cold state will go to austenite. At around 723 degrees it will start, around 900 degrees centigrade it will stop. Within that, completely the cementite structure will go to austenite. We will see later. Next, change in physical structure. Change in physical structure. Physical structure will change. Understand? Physically, if it is square, it can turn in, after melting it will change into, go to different shape. So physically the shape also can change. Next, units of heat. Very clearly I have written there. So there are 4 units. Calorie, kilocalorie, BTU, British thermal unit, CHU, centigrade heat unit. Out of which the very important one is calorie. The amount of heat required to raise temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree centigrade. That means 1 gram of water. If you want to heat and raise to 1 degree centigrade, from underneath you supply heat, no. Normally problem what you know, heat cannot be measured directly. Heat has to be measured indirectly. Now directly if you burn 4 firewood, how much heat is supplied, who knows? Every day we take bath in the evening by burning some firewood, is it not? How much it is supplied, who knows? Instead of that, how much kg of water you put it in the drum, how much degree temperature is raised, on that basis you can calculate how much heat is supplied underneath. It is possible, that is an indirect way. So this must be known to you, that's why I am telling, very simple, 1 gram of water raised to 1 degree centigrade is called 1 calorie. So 1000 calorie, 1000 gram of water raised to 1 degree centigrade. For 1 gram 1 degree 1 calorie. 1000 grams to 1 degree 1000 calorie. 1000 calories is called 1 kilocalorie. Understand? Same way BTU is there. That is 1 pound of water to 1 degree Fahrenheit. Pure British. Now centigrade heat unit is a mixture of British and metric. What? Look at there. It is an amount of quantity of heat required to raise 1 pound of water. Pound is their unit. I told you earlier. To 1 degree centigrade. Degree centigrade is our unit. See, that is the conversion also I have gave. 1 BTU is equal to 252 calories. 1 CH is equal to 453.6 calories. Now this knowledge about the heat units you must be very clearly known to you. Next comes the specific heat. Now specific heat means a particular amount of material, if you take substance raised to 1 degree centigrade, the amount of heat consumed is called specific heat. For example, water is always 1. Water is always 1. What? The quantity of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance. Any substance, it may be water, it may be ice, it may be steam, or it may be whatever it is, 1 gram to 1 degree centigrade. In that case, water is always 1. Ice is always 0.5. Steam is always 0.45. Understand? 4-5 calorie per gram. Now, other things also I gave. For aluminum, it is 0.22 calories per gram. That's why we don't say calorie per gram. We say 1.22, 0.1, 0.12 like that. Next, thermal capacity. It is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the substance through 1 degree centigrade. That is M into S. M is mass of the substance. S is the specific heat. That's called thermal capacity, calorific value, water equivalent, type water equivalent. Like that, different things have been explained, written in the notes. Go through it by heart it for your knowledge. Next, types of heat. There are 2 types. One is sensible heat, another one is latent heat. Now this is important. What is sensible heat? A sensible heat, sensible and can be absorbed by the variation of temperature in the thermometer without changing the physical state. For example, one ice block from minus 12 degree to minus 5 degree. Will it become water? No. Change is observed. Minus 12 to minus 5 increased. But it is ice only. Now that is called sensible heat. Understand? Now that means what is latent heat? About this you have to learn something. There are 2 latent heats. When you supply the heat, even though there is a physical change, if the temperature is not raised, then that amount of heat is absorbed by the substance. You don't understand this. Very simple. I will explain through a graph. Ice block was at minus 12 degrees centigrade. I started heating. So it is raised. It is raised. Sensibly, it was solid only, but it is raised from minus 12 to 0 degrees centigrade. Till then it is continued, slowly raised. Minus 12, 11, minus 10. So it is come to minus 1. Then 0 degree of ice. Still it is solid. Still it is solid. Even though temperature is raised, it never turned into water. It is solid. Now, when it comes to 0 degree centigrade of ice, it starts melting. Physical change takes place. Okay? Here it starts. Here completely it will turn into liquid. Now, this much period, heat is supplied, but it is not raised. Temperature is not raised in the thermometer. That means where the heat gone? Where the heat gone? It is absorbed by the ice block to completely turn into liquid. It's called latent heat. It's called latent heat of solidification. That is, for 1 gram how much? It is around 80 calorie per gram. That much of heat is absorbed to completely that 0 degree of ice to convert to 0 degree of water. Now what happened? By the time completely turned into water. Now after coming to water, now it is in the liquid state. Now temperature will again rise. How much? Up to 100 degree of centigrade of water, slowly it will raise without any interruption. When it reaches 100 degree centigrade of water, again temperature will stop to raise, but heat is supplied. Now it will turn to become gas, steam. At 100 degree of centigrade of water boils. Water boils means what? Vaporization takes place. Now again temperature will be arrested for quite some time. You should not allow this to go to the atmosphere. You have to collect it in a container. Understand? So slowly it will get accumulated. It will turn into steam. Complete water will turn into steam. Understand? Now steam temperature will rise after that. Once completely after turning into steam, then the temperature will rise. For example, let it be 145. And keep on increasing, still. Understand? So there are two physical changes, state changes. See, one here, one here. Now this is called latent heat of vaporization. L is equal to 540. That is called latent heat of vaporization. First one, latent heat of solidification. From solid to it will become liquid. On vaporization, from liquid it will go to gas. But these two things are not absorbed. It cannot be seen in the thermometer. That is why if you don't take into consideration, you lose this heat. Never it is recorded. So that is why always it has to be taken into consideration in calculation called latent heat. There are two types of it, sensible heat and latent heat. Is it clear? There is any doubt, you can ask me. In SI unit, the same thing is written in SI unit. How much? In the notes I have written, in SI unit it is 336 joules per gram. In SI unit in vaporization, 2268 joules per gram. Is it clear? So those things, because in calculation in the textbook, they have done it in SI unit. That is why both the readings you must know. That is 280 calorie per gram or 336 joules per gram. 540 calorie per gram or 2268 joules per gram. That graph also I have given in the notes. Read that, try to understand, and next video I will go for calculation. Thank you.